October really does have a magical charm with its blend of seasonal beauty and cozy comforts. From the earthy scent of fallen leaves to the warmth of autumn flavors, everything seems to come together perfectly this time of year. It's like nature's way of offering a moment to pause and appreciate the simple pleasures. As a rule, with the arrival of cold weather, we really love to eat stews and slow-cooked meals. So today I'm sharing with you guys a what we eat in a week type of video. Actually, I'm going to show you only what we had for dinner from Monday to Friday. All these meals are also pretty affordable, and I understand that they might not be the cheapest for some, but the thing is that in my family we eat a lot of meat and animal products like dairy and eggs. So for us, these recipes are a great way of eating tasty meat dishes but stay in the budget. This is why I love using cheaper cuts of meat like stew meat, pork shoulder, chicken, ground beef, along with basic vegetables that are affordable and easy to find. So besides meat and dairy, you're going to see lots of carrots, potatoes, parsnips and onions too. During the week, I prefer simple and easy dishes that can be cooked in one pot because it makes cooking and cleaning easier and a lot faster. Today is Monday and I'll start the week with a goat stew that will serve alongside a vegetable rice dish. We love lamb stew, but the truth is that lamb can be very expensive, so today I have a similar but much cheaper option, goat meat, which actually tastes similar to lamb, maybe just a little leaner than lamb. For this recipe, I'm gonna be using bone-in goat cubes, which are much cheaper but require a longer cooking time. I defrosted my meat overnight and get to work. These little bone-in cubes of meat have tons of marrow and tendons, and this is what will give a great flavor to my stew. I'm going to season the meat and then quickly fry it. The goal here is to give it a nice color. I like to always have cleaned and chopped veggies on hand, so when I have time, I prepare a larger quantity and keep it in the fridge or freezer. Here I have onions and bell peppers from the freezer, and I'll use them throughout the week to make my dinners. I'm browning the onions, bell peppers and a few slices of garlic, then put the meat back in the pot. I've seasoned with salt, pepper, oregano and rosemary and add a little white wine to make the sauce richer. When the wine has evaporated almost completely, I add a few tablespoons of sweet pepper paste and tomato paste, mix well and cover the meat with water. I put the lid on and slow cook it in the oven until the meat is tender and juicy. This dish can be cooked on the stove top or in a slow cooker or even in a pressure cooker if you don't have time. When making stews, I always choose cuts of meat that are suitable for long cooking. They taste great when cooking properly and are affordable too. All this week's meals, including today's, are made with tougher cuts of meat, which make them super budget friendly. While the goat stew is cooking, I'll start my side dish. My little boy is crazy about pilaf, or pilau as some may call it. There are many versions of this dish, which is quite popular in a lot of Balkan countries. I will first saute my vegetables in some butter. Today I use onions, peppers, and carrots. And guys, this is my little secret to give a nice appetizing color to my rice. I grate a large carrot and cook it in butter until the carrot starts releasing its color. This gives a golden hue and a slightly sweet taste to my rice. Then I'll add my onions and peppers. When making pilaf, I like to use a short grain rice. Of course, you can use any rice you have or like, even long grain, but the texture will be slightly different. I prefer short grain varieties like arborio because they make a creamy pilaf. For this dish, I don't soak the rice because I need the starch in the grain to release into the cooking water so that I get a creamy, smooth, pudding-like rice. After cooking the rice together with the other vegetables for a little while, I add some white wine and a small can of mushrooms, then cover the rice with homemade chicken broth. I stir gently and add a bit more broth again gradually until the liquid is well incorporated. It's been 20 minutes and my rice is ready. Before turning off the heat, I'm adding some grated Gruyere cheese and plenty of chopped dill. My stew is ready too. We love garlic, so I'll sprinkle lots of minced garlic and fresh parsley. And now I'm ready to plate this dish. It's Tuesday and I'm making some sort of chili for dinner. It's not authentic by any means. I guess it's a combination of chili and potato stew because I like both dishes equally, so I thought I would make a two-in-one type of dish. I love potatoes in my chili because they absorb some of this delicious gravy and I think they taste great in this recipe. I'll start by sauteing 2 pounds of ground beef. Then when the meat is browned well, I add in my vegetables, carrots, onions and bell peppers. When the onions start to become translucent, I pour over a can of San Marzano tomatoes that I will quickly blend in a food processor until I get a smooth sauce. Now I'm adding red kidney beans, potatoes, and about 2 glasses of water. I turn the heat to low and simmer until the potatoes are done. We'll have dinner now, guys. I absolutely love this simple recipe, not only because it's comforting and delicious, but also for its versatility. It can be adapted, so if I don't have exactly what it calls for, no worries, I can find ways to still create something really delicious. I can replace beans with chickpeas or lentils or even frozen peas. Instead of potatoes, I sometimes use sweet potato. Pumpkin would be another good option too. It's Wednesday night and today we have chicken for dinner. I'm gonna be making a delicious and flavorful creamy leek chicken. It is such a decadent dish and it happens to be extremely easy to prepare too. I don't think it took me more than 30 minutes to put it together. Today I have bone-in chicken thighs. For this dish, I usually go with whatever chicken parts I have in the freezer. Boneless chicken breasts, drumsticks, or even chicken wings. After quickly browning all pieces, I place them on a platter and in the same pot I'll saute 2 stalks of leeks, which are washed very well in cold water and cut into big pieces. When the leeks have softened, I add the chicken pieces back with a glass of water and place my pot in the oven for about 20 minutes or until the chicken is fully cooked. I usually like to serve this dish with a slice of sourdough bread because, guys, this sauce is absolutely phenomenal. Unfortunately, today I didn't have time to bake bread, so I'll quickly make some savory crepe. Again, these are super quick to make. I like to make the batter in bulk and keep it in the fridge. This way I have fresh crepes all week long. I mix flour, salt, sugar, water and melted butter in a large bowl. Then I add fresh dill and crushed garlic. From this mixture, I'll make a couple of small crepes in a pan greased with bacon fat. I only prepare as much as we are eating tonight, so the thing is that we don't eat a lot of them, so 5 or 6 is more than enough for us. I'll keep the remaining batter in my fridge. My chicken is ready. I'm adding lots of heavy whipping cream and bake for another 3 to 5 minutes. In the meantime, I can finish making my crepes and we'll soon have dinner tonight. Thursday dinner is my favorite of this week. I'll be making a delicious pork roast with a side dish of green beans and roasted potatoes. I'll be also making a creamy mustard sauce to go with it. I start by roasting a couple of large pieces of pork shoulder in my Dutch oven. And guys, I don't cut the meat into small pieces because it's gonna cook slowly for a very long time. But when I don't have time, I cut it into small pieces to shorten the cooking time. When the pork develops some color, I add in garlic, onion, rosemary, coconut liquid aminos, white wine, salt and pepper, and put everything in the oven. I will serve this dish alongside roasted potatoes. We have quite a lot of them and I want to use them up before they start sprouting. I leave the skin on, season them with salt, pepper, paprika and a little oil, and then they go in the oven for about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, I saute a handful of green beans in some bacon fat. Our dinner will be ready in 10 minutes, so I'm starting my sauce. I love it because it's easy and fast, and I think it elevates any dish you have, including fish. So here I am frying 2 cloves of garlic in some butter, and when it becomes fragrant, I'll add salt and pepper to taste, 1 big tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm whisking them together until the sauce thickens, and then I pour in 2 cups of cream. If you don't have heavy whipping cream, you can also use half and half or whole milk or even a combination of these. I'll simmer my sauce for a few minutes until I get the thickness that I like. And that's basically it, guys. I'm done with today's dinner. Okay guys, it is finally Friday, weekend is on the corner, so I'll be cooking a big pot of green peas stew. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have some leftovers today that we will eat over the weekend for lunch. This is a very basic recipe with pork, but it can be done with other meats like chicken or beef. I'm going to brown up my pork and vegetables in my well-used Dutch oven. For most of my stews, I like a combo of onions, carrots, parsnips, celery, and a few cloves of garlic. I will also add some cubed potatoes, which are totally optional. And after quickly frying the meat on all sides, I will throw in some tomato paste and my vegetables. When vegetables start softening, I add in potatoes, cover everything with water, and let it boil for 10 to 15 minutes or so. Potatoes are halfway cooked now, so it's time to add in my green peas. I don't like cooking peas for longer than 15 minutes because they tend to change color and turn from green to gray, so I'll keep an eye on them. I prefer a thicker gravy, so here I am mixing 2 teaspoons of cornstarch with cold water and pour this liquid in my pot to thicken the sauce. I love the taste of fresh herbs, and this stew tastes delicious when it's topped with fresh dill and parsley. I'll chop a bunch of dill and parsley, which I'm going to add in right before serving. And that's it guys, bon appetit! I hope that you enjoyed going along with me as I cooked from scratch for my family this week. If you are brand new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I make videos like this every single week. And if you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate each and every one of you. Your support means so much to me. So thanks again guys for stopping by. Hope to see you again next week. Bye!